So this one right here, the one in blue, this is your ball control COG. Here we are. And COG, right, it stands for center of gravity. Center of gravity. And this is super important. This is the most important animation controller that drives the main movement. Everything else comes secondary to this main controller, meaning all the other animations are secondary to it. Also, this controller is universally understood. Again, it is this guy right here, your COG, is universally understood and is used for all character-based rigs. It doesn't matter if you're using Maya, it doesn't matter if you're using Cinema 4D or Blender or whatever, right? Like, animators all understand this, the center of gravity, COG. It doesn't matter if it's dragons or humans or anything that moves, they will have their own variation of center of gravity, COG. So again, this guy in blue is what makes it move. See, that rhymes. Just remember that the COG is in blue is what makes it move. I don't know, man. Yeah. So that's that. I'll give a quick example. So file, open. I'll open that. So this is gonna be the tutorial I'm gonna make and show and have students create. Hopefully it'll be very short. And you can see, you see how this here, the move all, alright, it's stationary. This is what moves from here to here is what moves. And here's the front. So that's the ball control. File, open. Let's say another one I'll show is going down the ramp. I think this one. Alright, so here is this demo file. I have here, here's the ball, right, rig. I have here the move all, as you can see. It's just for placement. But this, you see these little red lines, these little ticker marks is where I place the movements. And when I play it, again, the main moving driver force is the center of gravity. Ball control, COG. That is what moves everything. Everything else, like I said, is secondary. When I say secondary, is meaning the rotation. Those come after the ball control, COG, center of gravity. Again, as you can see, this guy right here, move all, is not animated. Alright, so that's the ball COG. You could have the Hulk, you could have dragons, whatever. The center of gravity is what drives it, COG. And it is typically placed, the controller, in the middle center mass, meaning center of gravity. Basically where your gravity is positioned, or where your gravity needs to be. And that's where this controller is. I'm going to go file, open. Okay, here we are. Then spin ball. Right, this right here, spin ball. You do not animate this. I repeat, please do not animate this controller. Spin ball. Please create a display layer and hide its visibility. This guy right here in yellow, arrow that's wrapping around, this yellow one, you do not animate this. I do mention it in my older but newer tutorials from last semester. So you do not animate this. Just trust me, don't animate this guy in yellow. What you do is basically you grab it, okay, spin ball. In here, you press F as in Frank, and then you see this right here, spin ball. You want to grab its top group, spin ball group. You want to grab that, and then you want to go in here, display, click on that, and hide it. And then you wanna name it underscore spin ball group underscore save, and that's it. And you don't have to set to reference, just make sure to hide it. So make sure to do that. I will be checking for this. Again, it's to prevent projects from blowing up. Okay, spin ball, spin all. You see this guy right here in teal? This is your spin all. This guy, you see how these guys are also moving, right? The one on the top, the one on the bottom. Spin all. Remember that word, spin all. This will be animated all the time. Spin all. The spin all, right? Spin all right here. This guy, you only animate the rotation, meaning spin all, rotation. You see these values. You do not animate these. And as a matter of fact, for the brand new short tutorials I'm gonna make, I'm gonna probably have you guys hide selected. Right click and hide. And probably grab all of this. Like you click and you do that, right click, hide, like that. That way it prevents the animation from getting nuked. Yeah, okay. And you only animate rotation. And then, okay, so this part, but you have to be careful of the rotational angle of the spin because it directly affects the squash and stretch controllers. So this is the squash and stretch for the top. This is squash and stretch for the bottom. Okay, and when I say that you have to be careful of the rotational angle of the spin, this is why. I grab the spin all, I press E for Edward, and let's say rotate it. You see the angle? It directly affects this. And when you animate it, be careful about the channels, because you don't want to have all sorts of wacky ass, pardon my language, numbers, because it just makes everything go bananas, you know. And then you have to also always coordinate, knowing where your camera is. Like this one, will press 0. Typically you're gonna be only animating maybe either 1 or 2 channels, right? And the spin, like I said again, do not animate the movement of the spin. See, if you see things like this happening, something went wrong. Okay, but like I said, I'm probably gonna have you guys hide these. So that's your spin all, and that it is directly correlated to your top and bottom squash. So I'm gonna grab this spin all, I'm gonna press 0. Yeah. So I talked about that. I'm gonna hide that. It's been 13 minutes. Alright, last. Top squash is this. Squish, squish, squish. Causes the ball to stretch or squish for the top part of the ball. This bottom squash, stretchy, right? And the top and bottom squash, you only do up and down. You do not do this left to right type of a deal. I repeat, do not do this left and right type of a deal. Okay. Okay, so that's pretty much everything. Just remember, top and bottom squash, do not move it around like that. Only up and down. Only up and down. Just remember, in my previous video, to the spin ball, right? this guy needs to be hidden. Yeah. And when I go into the super simple tutorials, I will have it so that like this and like this and this, and then like this, and this, and this. Right click, hide selected, so that only this happens. I probably will do that. I'm just letting you guys know ahead of time to prevent things from blowing up. Alright, so that's pretty much everything regarding the controllers.